Okay. Oh, that's a good fish. And it came from throwing a crankbait. And I'm doing something a little different with this crankbait than I've ever done with any crankbait. And I think it's going to help me land more of them. God, I really want to get him away from the rest of those fish. Loosen the drag. Pull him away. I'm being somewhat cavalier here with how I'm fighting this fish, and I'll tell you why in a second. It's kind of an interesting concept, and it's based on the Sergeant. Oh, yeah, that's a good fish. This is interesting. Yep, that's a big tail. The Sergeant is a lipless crankbait. Yep, that's a good fish. Lipless crankbait that has, this is my biggest of the day. All right, Thunderhawk lures, Sergeant. If you watch the videos that I do, you'll know that I got some stuff at iCast and I went and reviewed it. And the lipless crankbait that I really like has spinny hooks. And because I talked with, look at that fish. Look at that big fat fish that I just caught. I'm gonna measure this and then I'm gonna talk about spinny hooks. All right, look at that big fish. All right, we'll get a measurement and I'm gonna show you this crankbait. It's really not so much the crankbait, it's the crankbait you've seen a bunch of times. One of the few remaining live target crayfish crankbaits. But the hook I have on it is interesting. Yep, that's a 19-incher. You 19 and a quarter? No. But you are 19. And that upgrades 16.25. So I'm happy to catch that, and I'm going to show you what I caught it on here in a second after I take a quick pick. All right. So 19 incher on a crankbait. See you, guy. We'll get you well below your friends here. See you, guy. Yep. All right. So the crankbait is a live target that I have one hook on, and that fish stayed on really well. It's got a spinny hook. See that? See how I'm spinning this? So their ability to spin is so important. Also, once I had the fish hooked, I was pretty confident I was going to land them, which really feels good to not have that anxiety of, am I going to land this crankbait fish, which is always the case. The lipless crankbait, the Sergeant, the spinny part was in the body of that crankbait, all right? I talked about it at the Hobie Bass Open Series with Bill Durberaw, and he pointed me in the direction of these quad hooks. They are spinny. They got a swivel right in the shank, and man, that was pretty amazing to catch that 19-incher on just a concept, right? Take a crankbait, take the 2 treble hooks off, and put 1 spinny hook on there. Man, that did really well. I'm pleased. Be pleased to do that again though. I think I will. I'll catch a few more here. That was fun. Okay. Yep. Oh, that's another one on the crankbait. That second jump, if it was regular hooks, would have totally gotten off. I'm not home free, but like, golly, I feel pretty good about this setup. I think it's doing some good things for me. All right, stay on, stay on. I don't know how many of these hooks I have in them. I mean, there is only one, but it's got 4 points. Come on. Come to the surface. Come on, let me scoop you. Gotcha. Gotcha. You're big. You're another upgrade. Good, good, good. Getting some big ones. They're liking the crank. Ooh, and that popped off in the net. Very cool. So this is roughly the rig that I used to catch those 2 fish you just saw. There's no belly treble, and it's one tail treble that absolutely just spins. And when the fish goes airborne or does whatever twisting, and they just don't get off. So my interest in doing this really stemmed from throwing this bait. And this is a little bit different. This is the Sergeant by Thunderhawk Lures, and you can see that just that little, the thing the split ring attaches to the body, that spins, and on the back as well. It's a really great bait, and I wonder why are not every hard bait, why aren't they all made with this feature? I know it's probably a durability issue and how they engineer it to really hold together. But when Bill Durberaw at the Hobie BOS said, man, you can do that with any of them, I ordered a bunch of these. And, those first 2 fish that I saw were like the first ones that I'd caught with the hook that spins. So the smallest ones they have are the size 3. These 1/0s are enormous, and I don't think I'm going to use them. I think I'm going to, keep reordering these 3s and put them on the tails. Whereas, with a regular crankbait, they grab this and they get hooked, and they turn only so far, and then there's a binding point where it either it gets that far and it just wrenches out, or it's hooked on this one and then hooked on this one, and it uses one to leverage off the other. In any case, I'm really happy with this Thunderhawk Lures Sergeant, and I wanted to extend it to other ones, and now I'm just going through all my other crankbaits in here and just slowly adding the spinning hook. Tackle Warehouse had these, well, there it is, the quad hooks. They got some other treble hooks that are that also work. I may order some of those, but the concept is you're going to lose fewer baits when you're or lose fewer fish on a crankbait when it can spin like that. It's a really good thing. Think about ordering some. You'll lose fewer fish on your hard baits. Thanks for watching.